Get in there, my son. What's going on, everybody? It's the Flying Pig here on Flying Pig United with another cheeky little Manchester United daily news update for you with the morning's news and the lunchtime news. How you doing there, lads and lasses out there in the internet land? Hope you're all doing great. Thank you very much for joining us. Sorry a little bit late. Actually spilt a glass of water all over my desk just as I was about to go live, and then I had to mop it all up and sort it all out before it destroyed all of my electronics, guys. So that's why I'm a few minutes late, but I am here. Thank you for joining us, guys. Do us a massive favour at the start of the stream. Smash the thumbs up button on it if you haven't done so. Also, do leave a cheeky little comment if you're catching up with this later on down below. Yeah, nice one. Few shout-outs at the start. Emmanuel, G-Wolf, Berber, United Tactical Talk, Pez 1.0, Mrs. P. We've also got Riano and Cristiano Ronaldo in here. So, how you doing there, Cristiano? Great to see you, lad. Get in. Okay, so if you can hear some fan noise, sorry about that. I've just got some fans on the go. It's sweat your munt off time in the UK right now. It's so hot. So, but yeah, we're going to get into the day's news. So the first thing I'm going to cover now quickly is just in regards to Cristiano Ronaldo rocking up to training in a 170k Lambo. Get in there, my son. And he's on his way, obviously, training with the team this morning, so he's trained with the team today, and that's what I mean. He's definitely going to be playing up against Newcastle United on Saturday, guys. He's training, he's ready, he's preparing, and we're going to unleash him upon the Geordies on Saturday, guys. It's going to be epic. So there you go, Cristiano Ronaldo. Can we get some soos in the live chat, please? Thank you, Oh Busy the Beast, for getting the soos in there. Appreciate you. And Lyndon Jr. Ashby as well. Get in there. Shout out to you, man. So, yes, Ronaldo training, fantastic. Not much to really talk about there. We've discussed it. We talked about yesterday that he's back at Carrington, and today he's just arrived at training this morning as per usual now. So get in there. Cristiano Ronaldo is back at it at Manchester United, and he will be playing against Newcastle United. So get in there. Yes, thank you, Riano. So Bell 691. So I can't stop saying so. I wonder if he's going to stop saying so now that he's in England. What do you reckon? That's an interesting one, actually. Sue or no Sue? What do you reckon, guys? Considering he's coming to England now, and we don't speak Spanish, or we don't say sí for yes. We just say yes. Do you think he's going to still go, Sue? Or do you think he's going to go, yes? Or do you think he's going to say something else? Definitely Sue, says Marco. Edwin says, God knows. It's true. I mean, I don't know if there's going to be Sue or no Sue. Anyway, guys, at the start of this stream, yes, as I say, smash your like on it, show your support by leaving a cheeky like, and boost us up on the algo. Also, get involved throughout the stream. We want to hear from you on this channel. It's a fully interactive show. Do get involved in and out as we go along. We will dip in and out of the live chat and get involved with you legends. So, the big news that's just come out, actually, guys, you may have seen it, is the Premier League, 8 Premier League players will be stopped from playing for their clubs this weekend after Brazilian football authorities triggered a FIFA rule to prevent them appearing, guys. You what? That's right, we're going to talk about this right now. But hang on a second, we've got a super chat, mate. It's from Travis, and it says, hey you. It's a hey you super sticker. Hey to you too, Travis. Thank you so much for getting in here, bud. Get a cheeky little watermelon sugar high in there. Thank you so much for a super chat there, Mr. Travy Trav. Get in, lad. Thank you for that. Berber as well, yes, thank you very much. He says smash a like and subscribe. That's right, if it's your first time here, do hit that thumbs up button as well. And subscribe button, I mean. Okay, right, here we go, guys. So 8 Premier League players will be stopped from appearing for their club this weekend, including Fred from Manchester United. Oh, no. Oh, what a nightmare. It's a calamity. Well, without Fred, what are we possibly going to do? Anyway, no, let's just get into it. So, Liverpool, City, Chelsea, United and Leeds will all be affected. Players not released for an international window can be banned for 5 days after the window ends under the FIFA regulations. The decision covers the 10th of September to the 14th of September. Brazil, this is what happened. So Brazil invoked the bans after the Premier League stopped players from appearing for their country if it meant travel to the red list countries, because obviously the Premier League ruled that no players in September are allowed to travel, I believe. To red list countries, meaning players like Edinson Cavani was not able to go and join up with Uruguay also, because it would mean a long quarantine period for these international players coming back, right? So that's why the Premier League decided to do that, because it was just going to cause too much unrest, too much upheaval really in the Premier League. A lot of players coming in from a red list country also and having to quarantine for a long period of time, that would affect many clubs. Many a clubs indeed. So that was what the decision was made by the Premier League. But Brazil invoked the bans because of this. So players travelling to red list countries would have to miss several games on their return because of the 10-day isolation period under UK rules, in addition to missing their side's weekend games. Chelsea defender Thiago Silva and Manchester United midfielder Fred will also not be allowed to play in their team's opening Champions League games against Zenit St. Petersburg and Young Boys next Tuesday. Oh, what are we going to do, guys? What are we going to do? I don't know how we're possibly going to live without Fred for these games, guys, you know? I mean, crikey, anybody but Fred. No, in all honesty, you know, guys, it's not exactly a big loss for us. But still, it's actually kind of good for affecting other teams, because some other teams have some better Brazilian players than we do. Let's be honest now. We're not really big on the Brazilian vibes right now. And in fact, we haven't really ever been big on the Brazilian vibes that much. I think you could probably name all the Brazilian players that United have had on one hand, maybe? I don't know. Let me know. Get your Brazilian players in down below. Obviously, Anderson. But Rafael, the De Silva brothers as well. But anyway, the point I make, we haven't had that many Brazilians anyway, but we haven't got many right now either, which is kind of good, because if we had several, this could be a bit of a problem. And Fred isn't exactly the most key player for us either. There's some other key players, you know, Thiago Silva at Chelsea could be a bit of a loss. And it's also understood we won't be able to play him in the Champions League either, though, which is a bit of an inconvenience, I guess. But I guess what it does mean is that Solskjaer's going to have to hashtag free Donny. At last, finally, if ever he needed a reason to do so, I think it was on his thinking plan anyway, because, let's be honest, Fred has been pretty ropey recently. The midfield's not looked great. McTominay is back now from injury, but is he fully fit? I don't know. I think it is time to hashtag free Donny out there, to be fair, guys, and give him an opportunity, see what he can do. You can't be any worse than Fred. So it's understood Brazil have not asked for Everton forward Richarlison to be prevented from featuring against Burnley on Monday. It is felt Brazil showed leniency in that specific case, as Everton allowed Richarlison to play at the Olympic Games when the regulations did not force them to. So they just, they were a little bit, you know, you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours, bit of fucking absolute bullshit going on there. You know what I mean? So Everton, not without Richarlison. What's that all about, guys? That's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit, but fair enough. It's because Everton allowed Richarlison to play at the Olympic Games. What's that got to do with anything, mate? The fuck's that got to do with anything? Olympic Games! Anyway, the move also affects 3 Liverpool players. Get in there. Fucking have it, Liverpool. Suck it. Anyway, Roberto Firmino, Fabinho, and Alisson. Have it. Man City pair Edison and Gabriel Jesus. And Leeds forward Rafinha, who had been called into the Brazil squad for the first time. Get in there, my son. So basically the way I look at this is it just helps us out, really. We lose Fred. Oh, no. And then they lose like some of their core players for a game here. Pretty good. It's pretty good. It means 8 Premier League clubs altogether will be denied players this weekend after previous moves from the Mexico, Paraguay and Chile football federations to stop Raul Jimenez, Miguel Almiron and Francisco Ciralta from playing this weekend. FIFA President Gianni Infantino previously asked the UK government to provide players with exemptions to allow them to honour their international commitments, even if it meant them travelling to red list countries. It's understood the world governing body will keep pushing this given the likelihood of the same situation arising again around international fixtures in October and November. The Premier League are also known to be talking to stakeholders across the game to try to work on the best way forward. So that is the situation as it stands, guys, with Brazil players not being allowed to play in the next from the 10th of September to the 14th of September, including Manchester United's Fred. It's not that much of a loss for Man United, as I say. I'm just going to get into the live comment section and see what you think. Actually, before I do, a little bit from Simon Stone from the BBC here, just in response to this. He says, to those not clear, Brazil can do this because they selected players who were subsequently not released by their clubs. As shown on Sunday, situation Brazil is delicate, to say the least. Obviously, they did have some crazy, like, Argentina-Brazil situation going on the other day where there was, like, COVID regulations broken. They come on the pitch and taken 4 people off, etc. So, very strange goings on. Uruguay, for instance, didn't ask for the rule to be triggered. Villa and Tottenham released players anyway. Lots of arguments on all sides. So, different strokes for different folks at the moment, people approaching this from different angles, and it is causing a few problems. I think it is important for the Premier League and also these international governing bodies to get together and decide on, you know, something to sort of blanket across football here, because it is just going to get silly if football federations just keep popping up and saying, hey, we're invoking this rule because you've not allowed us the player that we've selected in our squad to be released from your club, so we are invoking this, and now he can't play for your squad. That's going to pop up a bunch, so we don't want to see that. That'll be a farce. So hopefully something happens here in regards to getting a regulation sorted out for this. Hey there, Akinola Tulawani. He says, hey, Piggy, sorry I'm late. What is the news today? Hey, you're not that late, mate. We're just getting into it, really. Ronaldo back at Carrington training again today. And Fred has been banned for playing from the 10th to the 14th of September due to Brazil invoking a ruling, which basically means that they can stop their player playing for their club for a 5-day period because they refuse to release him to international duty, basically. Guys, do us a big favour if you're new. It doesn't matter if you're new here. Even better, all the better. Smash a like on the video if you're just getting in here. Let's see if we can get this to 100 likes. Let's have a cheeky little like spike. Also, get your thoughts and opinions in and subscribe if you're new. Get involved. We want to hear from you guys. City in the mud on the weekend, says Brady. Well, a couple of big players there. Who are they going to be playing up front? Quite interesting, isn't it? I mean, we did see, like, last season, what did Pep do? He sort of changed Gundogan into a sort of goal scorer, more forward advanced for a while there. So they probably will do something similar to that. But I mean, they are going to be out without a goal scorer. Sergio Aguero left them in the summer. They didn't bring anybody in that position necessarily this summer. They've got a lot of great players, of course, but yeah, City could feel this definitely more so than most. Also, Liverpool will feel this quite significantly without their goalkeeper and Fabinho, of course, and Firmino. So it's definitely going to affect the Scousers a little bit too, which is great. 007, hello to you, my friend. What's going on? He says Ronaldo will be presented on a chariot, getting pulled by owners and Woodwards, which will make everyone clap. All is forgiven. Well, we'll see. We'll see. I wonder what if they've got any plans for unveiling Ronaldo at Old Trafford. I'd probably doubt it. I think if he's playing, which he should be starting in the game, then I would imagine that he would just be coming out the tunnel with the rest of the side and obviously on the pitch beforehand, just warming up, etc., just like anyone. I'm sure he'll get a massive ovation then. Or they might just present Immuno literally just as that's going on right at the start of warming up, etc. Just, here's Ronaldo, boom, boom, and get the, I think a lot of people will probably get in the stadium a little bit earlier just in case. So, yeah, that could happen, I suppose. That is a possibility. City will have to play Carson, says Dave Lucas. Get in there. Yuri ZA Red says, I think Fred should be banned for life from United. I mean, I kind of agree with you, man. Fred is not up to the standard for United. He's decent enough sort of squad player. Very disappointing in a lot of ways. Bang average passer of the ball, for instance. And just lets us down more often than not, unfortunately, these days. So, yeah, I could see with... I'd be up for a lifetime ban. Trav says they don't even play Jesus striker anyway. They've been playing him right wing. So who are they going to play up top then, Mr. Trav? Oh, Torres, of course, fair play, yeah. Hi, mate, new subscriber. How's it going, Viva CR7? How you doing? He says, Sue! Thank you, Ellie. She says, stop it in to drop a like and say hi. Hope you're having a great day. Great to see you as well, Ellie. Hope you are too. It's a bloody lovely day, isn't it? It's too hot, though. Sweating my absolute you-know-what off. Hey there, Parag Manchanda. He says, do you think we can beat City or Chelsea? Yes, of course we can beat City or Chelsea, mate. They're a bunch of melts. No, they're really good teams, aren't they? They've both strengthened this window as well. Chelsea have done a really great bit of business in the window, I think, and strengthened in a lot of areas. You look at Chelsea's midfield, it's very strong. It's much stronger than Man United's midfield. But I do think we've got the beating of them in basically every other area, pretty much. I mean, they've got a strong defence as well. But I think our defence with world-class Luke Shaw, Raphael Varane, the Spider and Harry Maguire is next level. And then our strike force, or our attacking quartet, essentially, with Bruno and the three players across the front line as well, is just as good as anybody's as well, I believe. So I think we've definitely got a really good chance of smashing up these falls, yeah. Hello there, Maxi. He comments and says, Fred is good at covering ground, but not good on the ball. Why can't the biggest club in the world sign a decent 6? Strange one, isn't it, Maxi? It's a strange one. We had the opportunities this summer to do it as well. There were players linked, Ruben Neves, Basuma. We just ended up bottling it out. Maybe they spent a lot of money, I do get that, but this is United. There was other clubs like National, or Arsenal, as some people call them, who spent 150 mil. So we could have spent another 30 or 40 to get the top quality player in, and maybe got rid of Lingy or somebody else in the process just to make it a little bit more feasible. So, yeah, it was just a bad bit of business in the end, not getting a CDM or a number 6, proper number 6. We'll see what happens. Maybe Donny's on the plan, on the agenda for Solskjaer to pop in there. Hey there, Sabine Magar says, bro, in which channel Saturday match is going to be on? Do you know what? It's not in the UK anyway, my friend. It's an absolute abomination, isn't it? Yeah, so the Newcastle United versus Man United game is not on Saturday, televised in the UK. So you're going to have to find your own method of watching it. You might be able to sign up to another sort of pay-per-view, or not pay-per-view, but like an on-demand service from a different country using a VPN or some shite, but I don't really know. I'm not going to advise anybody on that. Okay, yeah, I could do a better job in that midfield than pissing Fred, says Brady Smith. I don't doubt it, Brady. Just give you a game, see what you can do, lad. Okay, so if you're just getting in, yes, Ronaldo turned up to training this morning in a sick Lambo. Looking, get in there, lad. And he's coming he was coming to training. So just in case you didn't know, yes, Ronaldo did train today. He is likely to start against Newcastle United. It's looking very good. And then Fred has been banned from playing for Manchester United this weekend, as have 8 Brazilian players who feature in the Premier League due to Brazil invoking some rule to stop players playing because they were not released from their clubs for international duty. So pretty interesting, guys. Pretty interesting turn of events. Okay, then. So we got a few other little bits and stuff to get into, guys. Then I will get back into the comment section. Let's have a little look into it. So, yeah, Jesse Lingard, it does seem that he did indeed reject a contract extension from Manchester United. So we discussed this yesterday on the channel. It was being reported by the Times. I think they were the only people reporting it at the time. But since then, it has been reported, far and wide by all the major outlets. So, yeah, Jesse Lingard has rejected a contract extension from United and could leave the club for free at the end of this season. He's not getting enough games, obviously. He's not getting enough game time. And I think he probably was up for going this summer if the offer would have been accepted by United. And there were understood to be offers for Lingard, particularly from West Ham, but they just couldn't agree on any sort of a fee. At the start of the window, United wanted about 30 million quid for him, and West Ham wanted to pay about half of that. So they just were unable to reach an agreement. And then Jesse Lingard, apparently, there was a story that came out the other day that said that he wants to stay at Manchester United and prove his worth. But now we're hearing that he's rejected a contract. So, yeah, I mean, I agree with you, to be fair, though, Lyndon. He says, we don't care. Bye, Jesse. I mean, it's kind of sad that it's not worked out for the guy. He's an academy product and all that. Seems like a reasonably nice guy with the meow and all that weird stuff that he does off the pitch. Don't know if he's really the sort of winning character that we need. But he has won some stuff for the club. He did score in an FA Cup final for the club. Let's just give a little bit of credit to him. He did have a spell where he was decent and looked like he could go on and be a really great player. But I think it's just got to the stage now where he's 27. He's no spring chicken. He's not exactly a great consistent player. He's not going to get in the team consistently because he's not a big enough name. He's not a good enough player to knock out all the players that we've got in the starting lineup or even ahead of him now in second string. So he's just a complete backup. And for his own good, yeah, he does need to leave the club. It would be a shame for Lingard to go for a free. Now, what I could see happen, though, is in January or at some point I could see maybe Lingard being loaned again to West Ham United or somewhere like that with a loan option to buy. I think that's the most likely thing that happens with Jesse Lingard, because you're not going to want to let him go in the summer for free and just lose out, even though he's not really a player that's needed. His contract is quite high, but somebody will want him. Somebody will want Jesse Lingard. He's 27, he's an England player. Look at what he was doing for England the other night, guys. Scored a couple of goals, okay, it's only against Andorra, but he's still wearing the 3 lines on his shirt and representing this country and scoring goals and setting up teammates. So how bad can he really be? He's not a terrible player. We saw that at West Ham. He's still a good standard player. But he just needs to get games and play somewhere. And United's not the place, really. So I think January, you'll probably see business wrapped up for Lingard. West Ham obviously didn't see the value in playing over 20 million or close to 30 million for a guy who's only got a year left. And also, that they might be able to get for cheaper if they just hold out. That's why they spent money elsewhere. They did spend a decent amount of money on that Vlasic or whatnot. But definitely Jesse is a consideration for them still for the future. Factor in, Manchester United are reportedly keen on Declan Rice. So there is a lot of reports coming out about Declan Rice. Manchester Evening News today report that Manchester United identified Declan Rice as prime midfield transfer target. I mean, it's September, guys. There's no plans, obviously, I guess this will probably be end of the season. I don't think they're going to want to lose their midfielder in January, but you just never know. You never know if a deal could be done with Lingard going the opposite direction as well. We've talked about that all summer long, and it is fucking futile, really, because nothing was able to be done there. But I think because of those two players having a likelihood of leaving their clubs at some point in the near future, because Rice is probably going on to bigger and better things at West Ham at some point, and he's only 22 as well. Remember that. He's only 22. So think about that. Declan Rice playing for England, doing really well in the Euros, doing really well in the Premier League last season for West Ham, established himself a really good partnership in midfield, of course, and just bossing it. He's only 22. That is quite impressive, really, to be already at this stage of his career advanced. You know, he could be somebody who's like the next Gareth Barry or something, who just plays fucking 700 odd games throughout his career and is just a stalwart for the next 10 or 15 years. So that's the sort of player you are looking at with Declan Rice. He's still got development to do. He's still got progression, to take place. He's still going to become a much better player than he is now in a few years' time. So I'm not against the Declan Rice link, to be fair. I think he's a good option. He is homegrown, he is English. And then Jesse Lingard, of course, going in the opposite direction, could just sweeten the deal, make it a little bit more sense. They want a lot of money for him because he's homegrown, because he's only 22, because he does have a bright future in the game and he's already a big player for them and England. So they're not going to accept anything less than, I think, 70 to 90 million pounds. That's a heck of a lot of money to pay for something like Declan Rice. But if you factor in 20 million for Jesse or 15 million for Jesse, it does save a little bit of cash there, and it takes a significant amount off of the wage bill, around about 100k a week, which you can save or pay, a large amount of Declan Rice's wages with. So it sort of suits both parties in order to do that. It's just whether or not West Ham would still have that strong interest in signing up Lingard, because they do have other options there now. They have made signings. But anyway, so MEN report that Rice is contracted to West Ham until 2024, but he is not expected to sign a new contract, making a move probable next summer, as the Londoners would be under pressure to cash in. United manager Ole Gunnar Solskjaer wanted a new midfielder in a recently closed summer window, but accepted there's a high possibility the club would not sign one, as United had prioritised a right winger and a centre-back. Jadon Sancho and Rafael Varane joined United on the eve of the season before the club completed the sensational re-signing of Cristiano Ronaldo on deadline day. So basically, we didn't sign that all-important CDM, and there's a lot of speculation and a lot of links. This is just speculation at this moment in time, because they're talking about a deal for next summer here. They're talking about a deal for next summer. But it's understood Solskjaer had the most interest in Declan Rice, and that we just didn't do the business because, priced out the market, really, because they want 70 odd plus million for him, and we couldn't sell any more players than just Daniel James. So we didn't really have the funds available, which is kind of BS, really. It's kind of BS. But anyway, so the recruitment department was also not convinced there was an obtainable game-changing defensive midfield option in the market. United were baselessly linked with numerous midfielders, but the recruitment team didn't think there was a good value for money deal. Rice expressed interest in United when he discussed the possibility of playing for the club with United defenders Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw, one on international duty with England in March. In April, United football director John Murtaugh and technical director Darren Fletcher effectively confirmed Rice's curiosity on the fans forum when they noted that they had heard from players going away with England and other national teams that people had started to ask questions about Manchester United again. So, there is understood to be some interest there. It's also understood that he's not up for signing a new contract at West Ham at this moment in time, and maybe he will be a big target for Manchester United in the summer of 2022. So I'm just going to ask you this question, guys, for Declan Rice next summer, let's say. We've talked about all the different options at CDM in the midfield for this summer. Who do you think is the best option in the midfield for you? Who would you sign? So there's a few different types of players. There's your more defensive-minded players like Declan Rice. There's your more creative, maybe, minded players, slightly more playmaker-esque, maybe more Michael Carrick-esque, like a Ruben Neves, or, you've got your Yves Bissoumas as well. There's some options. Who would you like to sign in the summer of 2022 the most? Is Declan Rice on your list? Let me know. Kante, says Herfan Kadidi. Well, in an ideal world, Kante's the one. He would just sort everything out. He'd free Pogba up and all the rest to do the bits. But I can't get Kante. So it's got to be somebody else. Declan Rice definitely, says Danny. He's homegrown. He's only 22. He's a large unit. He's playing well for England, club and country. Makes a lot of sense. Tielemans, says Marco, another player that's been linked. Fabrizio Romano mentioned that United had an interest the other day. And Yuri Tielemans would be another great option, another great signing. Also young, 24 I think he is. Could be wrong on that one, not 100% on his age, but he's still pretty young. Good shout, Marco. Declan Rice says Sabin Magar. Chouamani says Ibrahim. Good young option there, yeah. Fair play assassin gamer, that's a good point. He says, I would like to develop McTominay. That's a really good point. I mean, he's still quite young. He still could play a variety of positions for United over his career. I like him as a box-to-box player. He did score some goals last season, I think 7. He can get up there and get in the box and be a nuisance. But yeah, he is a good unit defensively as well. Look at what he does for Scotland. He plays a more defensive-minded role a lot of the time. And he does it to good effect. So good shout. That could be a possibility for that position. Chouamani, or however you spell it, says Ian Dawn. Rice or indeed, he says seriously. Yeah, good point. Bring back Carrick, says Sam David. Guys, there's 200 of you legends in here. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express today. Thank you for joining us for the United News Show. The roundup of the day's news and just lunchtime news for Man United. We cover all the day's news around about this time, early afternoon time, every day. So if you are new, make sure you hit that little subscribe button, click the little bell icon so you get notified when we post, which is every day around this sort of time. And also we do a 9 p.m. show covering all the evening's Manchester United news as well. And in between, if there's any like serious hot breaking news, we also jump on. So click the little bell icon so you get a notification when we post and go live as well. Joey Barton says, Ibrahim, what a little rat. Never forgive him for that QPR debacle against City. What a twat. Anyway, sorry. Right, let's get into so the rest of it. So Declan Rice, guys, it's likely that he could be coming in next summer. We'll see. There's other options. We don't know. It's speculation at this stage. But it does add fuel to the fire that Jesse Lingard is refusing to sign a new contract at Manchester United. Why would United want to extend this contract anyway? Is it just to protect their asset, basically? That can be the only reason I can think of. They would want to trigger another year just so that, you know, we can sell him as a more valuable asset without his contract running down and his value diminishing quickly. So I think that's what's going on there, but because I don't see why they'd want to sign him up for any other reason. Well, not trigger an extension, but offering an extension, if you know what I mean. Anyway, so Jesse Lingard potentially leaving the club at some point. Like I said, I could see him being loaned out maybe to a club in Jan and having a good season again in the Premier League for another team or maybe a team abroad, and then have an option to buy in the contract for 15 to 18 to 20 million pounds, somewhere around there, to satisfy all parties should he perform for them and should they want to take him on. That I could see happening. Plus it gets our the wages of him off the books for the week. Hey, Bryn Sheen says, what's cracking piggies? Fred not allowed to play. Blessing in disguise. I know, mate. Oh, what a loss that is. What will we do without Fred? Yeah, so if you're just joining us, the news about Fred is he can't play this weekend. He also cannot play against Young Boys on Tuesday. It's not really a big loss for United right now. Even though we've got 1 or 2 players out there, I think actually Donny is going to be given an opportunity now as the number 6. I really hope so. I really hope that's what Solskjaer's thinking is anyway. McTominay's just coming back from a little injury out as well, and or a little bit of surgery or something that took place, so he needs to get to full sharpness again. He might even be in with a game against Newcastle, who knows? He did allude on social media the other day and say... posted something and said that he will be back sooner than you think. So he might be in the Newcastle lineup. Who knows? I doubt it. Very much doubt it. Because he's only just back training. But yeah, you never know. I do think that Donny will be the man that goes in there. We need to free Donny in the midfield anyway. Like, he needs his opportunity. We need to get the lad to have a run of good few games, 5 games in the team and see what he can do. So Fred being out the next 2 is kind of good because I think it gives Solskjaer that impetus to sort of have to put Donny van der Beek in there. If he doesn't, you know, that's it, really, with Solskjaer and Donny, I think. I mean, Donny knows the situation. Donny has been told he wants to, you know, he wants to keep him, so he wants to be a part of the team, basically. He wants Donny to be a part of the team. And Donny's stayed and seems reasonably happy at the current circumstance. So... is he going to feature in Ollie's plans? We will find out. If he doesn't, it's an absolute preposterous melt job, to be fair. Especially with Fred out. He's got to start Donny. Am I right or am I wrong, guys? I mean, do you think there's other better options in the midfield than Donny right now? I mean, it depends. What do you think? Okay, start Donny or bench? Start or bench? Let's have a vote in the live chat. Start or bench? Let me know what you guys think. I will definitely start him at this moment in time. I need to run and a chance to see what he can do. But I can understand why some others may think that there's stronger options out there. Start, says Bryn Sheen. Start, says Dan, and Nick Hill, and Tycoon, and Sam, and Cristiano, and Bell, and Luman, and Maxi. Oh no, Maxi says bench. So yeah, a couple of benches in there, but mostly everyone. Anthony White, how you doing, buddy? Says start, no brainer. Yeah, right now he has to play, really, doesn't he? It's got to be on the agenda for Solskjaer to play him. We know the situation. His agent said as much. Donny wasn't happy about not getting game time and not having assurances in the team. They discussed it with Solskjaer. Solskjaer said he's not going anywhere. There were offers from teams like Everton. Solskjaer said you're not going anywhere, which means that he's going to play. He just didn't play the first 3 games of the season, and he didn't play hardly at all last season. Hashim, hello there, Hashim. He says Ronaldo only finishing but Messi full power game. Not really too sure what that means, but, you know, Ronaldo better than Messi. Anyway, start Donny, no doubt in a million years, says Cristiano Ronaldo. Yes, absolutely. Ollie will get exposed, says Marco. Do you think Ollie's going to get exposed this season? Why? Because he's got this great set of players, you mean, and he's going to make wrong decisions and, you know, what exposed with this midfield, you mean? I don't know. I personally disagree. I think he's going to do well this season. We'll see. I mean, we'll see. It is make or break for Ole Gunnar Solskjaer at United this season, my friend. Like, he has to get the team performing. You cannot have Ronaldo at the top of your team and get Varane in and Sancho as well for 73 million and not perform this season. He's had time and money now. He's had plenty of money. Hundreds of millions of pounds in a few years now. So, yeah, this is the season that it all needs to come together. I disagree with you guys. I think that Ollie is the man. Ollie is the man. Ollie in, hashtag Ollie in, guys, or hashtag Ollie out. There's a few people, what's this all about with the Ollie outs in the live chat, guys? You what? How can you be Ollie out at this stage? Look at these transfer window he's just overseen. People suggesting he can't sign the top players. He's brought Varane and fucking Ronaldo in. People suggesting that he can't get to, finals. Okay, he did get to a final. We lost it on penalties. That's a shite way to go, I agree. If we win it on penalties, we're all fucking celebrating saying, nice one, he's got that trophy. We lost on penalties due to a David De Gea penalty spot kick. You know, could have happened to the best of us, really. Nightmare. Okay, we should have beaten Villarreal in the 90. I agree with you on that one. And his substitutions and stuff in the game were shite. Let's be real. We got it wrong. Some managers are going to get it wrong. But I cannot understand all the hatred for Solskjaer right now, man. He is doing bits. He's doing bits. He's overseeing great signings. Look at almost all of his signings since he's been manager have made sense and are good ones for now and the future, more or less. They're either quick fix ones like Ronaldo or Cavani, who are just really good. You know, they're just great signings, whichever way you look at it, for not a lot of money or free. Or they're really good planning ones for the future. Lots of young players coming in the youth setup, so certainly planting seeds for the future. But also players like Wan-Bissaka, Bruno Fernandes, of course, absolutely fantastic. Donny could be a great one for the future as well. I mean, he's one of the more questionable ones. Slabbington Maguire, you know, he's going to be proven to be a good player. Varane and all these guys, 28. Like, he's set us up really well. Even if Solskjaer doesn't actually become a success at United, and even if he gets sacked off at some point, I do actually think that he's going to leave the club in a really great position for whoever would take it over. But I don't think he's going to get sacked off. I think he's going to fucking boss it this season and get a cheeky little trophy and get us competitive in the league, challenging for something. Maybe not, you know, winning the league. I think that's going to be very hard with all the clubs that are strengthened and how good everyone is. But I definitely think we could get up there challenging. Bruno for captain, says Andrew Cos. Ronaldo for captain, says the special one. Okay, fair enough. Well, I wonder what he's going to do with the captaincy. I don't think he's going to take it off of Slabby. I'll ask you in the live chat, though. Who should be captain? Should be captain. Let's have a look. So, Maguire, Ronaldo, Bruno, or De Gea, I guess, are the best candidates, maybe. Or Varane, maybe? I don't know. Let's just go with De Gea because he has been a captain and he's here and he's, you know, that's just in fact, I'm not even going to put De Gea. Actually, I'll just put De Gea on there. Hey, guys, we're nearly at 100 likes. Everyone, thank you very much for leaving a like on the video. If you haven't done, please do smash the thumbs up button. It's free to do so. It also does help us compete with some of the conglomerations, corporations, and general clickbait tosspots all over the YouTube space. So if you enjoy this channel and want to help support the channel, one of the biggest ways you can do that is by smashing the absolute, you know what, out of that thumbs up button. Give it that Roy Keane on Alfinger Haaland treatment. Go right through that like button. And also give it a share on social media, like all the people who give it a share, Shazad, Aaron Homeyard, all the rest of you legends who give it a share each time on social media. It's much appreciated. Thank you to everybody who does that. Right, okay. So then, legends, we smashed 100 likes. Let's fucking go. Okay, so Rice has expressed an interest to join United in the past, and there is a link there that maybe that could be for next summer. There's some sources and some information to say that that is true. So, but we'll see. I mean, who knows at this moment in time? It's speculation. Bruno Fernandes believes Cristiano Ronaldo's return will instill further confidence in Manchester United squad and help the team get closer to winning their first piece of silverware under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. He says, we know the enthusiasm will be high. Everyone knows. So he says everyone knows Cristiano and is very happy and confident to have him back. The United attacking midfielder told RTP3 after Portugal's 3-0 win over Azerbaijan. He says, us players are part of that confidence. We know what he can give us. Our focus in Cristiano, because of what I've already talked to him about, is to win what there is to win. So he's coming in there wanting to win everything. He says our goals remain, and obviously with Cristiano, we have one more reference to help us get closer to that. So they want to win everything there is to win. Ronaldo's coming for legacy. Ronaldo's coming to help win. It doesn't really get it better in terms of having somebody come in who's been there and done that and knows how to win and has the right winner's mentality than somebody like Ronaldo. And also Varane coming in is going to be a big boost for these lads as well. So, yeah, brilliant words there by Bruno Fernandes. Big boost, big confidence, saying all the right things. We're challenging for everything this season. Berberini, you legend. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. So, yeah, different various places. Manchester Evening News, Sky Sports, everywhere else reporting that United have settled on Declan Rice as our prime midfield target for next season. And this is what's on Solskjaer's wish list. And it just wasn't possible this season because there was no good value for money in the market to get Declan Rice in, as West Ham looking for a lot for the lad. It's understood he won't sign a new contract. And we could maybe get him next summer for a little bit more of a better deal. So then, what else have we got to get into then? So, okay. Few other little things. So Jesse Lingard, yes, Jesse Lingard as well. Oh no, we've talked about that. Actually, my bad. But yes, if you're just getting in, Jesse Lingard, that was true yesterday, reported by the Times. Lots of different outlets now reporting and confirming, including the BBC and various other sources, that Jesse Lingard has indeed turned down a contract extension offer. So that's some other of the big news that's happened recently. Okay, so here we go. Just in case you didn't know, this is on manunited.com. It's just released this last sort of half an hour or so. It's just an article that says, what is Ronaldo's celebration all about? So in case you didn't know, what it is the routine which the forward has plenty of opportunity to perfect goes. Ronaldo finds the net, runs towards the corner flag, facing the crowd. He then leaps in the air, turning 180 degrees in the process. On landing, he looks out the rest of the pitch. He adopts a power stance, stretches out his arms, and shouts, "So!" Right? It's a celebration which has been depicted in video games, blah, 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 blah. What's it all about? He just said, I started to say "see." It's like yes when I was at Real Madrid. Ronaldo said in an interview in 2019. When we would win, everyone would say "see," and so I started to say it. Don't know why, it's natural. I was in the USA and we played against Chelsea in 2013, and I don't know where this is coming from. The celebration. I just scored the goal and it just came out. It was just natural, to be honest. Since that, I started to do it more often, and I feel like supporters of the fans see it and they're like, Cristiano, so I'm like, wow, people are reminded of me because of it. So it's good, and I continue to do it and like that. So just in case you didn't know, that's why. It just means yes in Spanish, and everyone goes yes. Could you imagine if doing it in English? Though it sounds so lame. But it does sound good in Spanish. Sue! And why does he say Sue? Like it's like he's calling for his auntie Sue. It sounds to me, I know it's C, like Sue. It's like starts with an I and goes to an U. And a U. Sue! What's that all about? Is that like going, yes, Sue? I don't know. But whatever it is, it's strange. And also, Cristiano Ronaldo, there you go, on his way to training this morning, training with the club, going to start against Newcastle. Get in there. So that's basically all the day's news, really, guys, as it is. We've got the Premier League players banned, if you don't know about that. 8 players banned, stopped from playing for their clubs by Brazil. The football authorities have triggered FIFA rule to prevent them playing for their clubs for 5 days, including Fred. But the biggest thing that is really good about this is it stitches up Liverpool. Liverpool are without 3 players, Roberto Firmino, Fabinho and Alisson. And also City are without Edison and Gabriel Jesus. So some key signings, key players, I should say, gone there, particularly the goalkeepers. It's really, really good that they don't have them. So that might help us a little bit this weekend. It'd be very good if those teams underperform because of it, wouldn't it? That'd be fantastic. But they do have a lot of good options to go in there, apart from Liverpool and actually City's goalkeeper. I mean, who've they got to go in there, mate? It means 8 Premier League clubs will be denied players this weekend after previous moves for the Mexico, Paraguay and Chile football federations to stop Jimenez, Almiron and Ciralta from playing this weekend. So other players as well, it's all kicking off, guys. It's due to players not being allowed to travel by their clubs abroad, or by the Premier League, I should say, who ordained it that they were not allowed to go to red list countries in September and represent their nations. So that is the latest, guys. That's the latest news. I'm going to get into the live chat now, everybody. Get your thoughts and opinions in. Smash the thumbs up button if you're just joining, and let's be having you. Okay, time for a bit of Q&A. Let's go. Let's get your thoughts and opinions, guys. And also have a vote on the poll. There's already been 146 votes on that poll. Who should be captain? And I voted for Ronaldo myself. And as you can see, oh, wow, okay, so, oh, that's very interesting. Maguire's got 33% of the vote. You what? Fair enough. I mean, he is the current captain. I think Solskjaer is not the kind of guy who's going to rip the captaincy off of Slabby Maguire. I think Maguire, at the end of the day, Maguire's English as well, and that does mean something because it's an English football team. And it's not, of course it does, it's not really that important. We've had many captains over the years who are not English, but that is another plus factor as well, because he's a centre-back who's English as well, and that is, generally, good for marshalling everyone and speaking English. You know what I'm saying? So that might be good. Not to say that the other players on the side can't speak English, but I just think it's maybe more natural for that to happen in an English league, just like it'd be maybe more natural for a Spanish club to have a Spanish captain in the Spanish league. Just goes to reason, stands to reason. So yeah, that's a factor. But then if you're talking about experience, none come more experienced than Cristiano Ronaldo. When you're talking about leaders, none come with more leadership qualities than Cristiano Ronaldo. He's literally a born leader, and he just leads his nation or his club or whoever it is to triumph and drags them from the doldrums and comes back from defeat many a times over his career. He's just a proven clutch player for whichever team he plays for. So he's a leader in a lot of ways, and he's a great captain. And he's actually been at United for a long time, 6 or 7 years. That is longer than Maguire, Bruno. The only person really longer than that, I guess, or the few people longer is players like, De Gea's been here a while. And I guess Luke Shaw's been here that sort of time. Juan Mata's been here in a similar amount of time, 6 or 7 years now. But really, in terms of like actual experience at the club as well, Ronaldo does have some under his belt. So that is a factor. Sarvulon, how you doing today? Getting those 3 little piggies in there? Michael Willie Woodbridge says, Sue Pollard. Andrew Costa says, who cares more than Bruno? Maguire's a fucking robot and Ronaldo's just turned up. Yeah, you say Ronaldo's just turned up, but he knows what the club's about and he has been here previously. And if you've got the best player in the world, who's also one of the best leaders in the world, shouldn't you just give them the mantle? Shouldn't you just give them the mantle and let them run riot out there and do what they do and be the leader and just swashbuckle and get that captain's armband and lead and do what they do? I don't know. I mean, I don't think Solskjaer's going to take the armband off of Maguire, by the way. I do think there's 2 better candidates in the squad in Bruno and Ronaldo, though, that could be captain. Maguire, I think, has good leadership abilities. He definitely does. I mean, look at him in the England team this summer. He was fantastic for England in the Euros, and it's just his leadership and like defensive abilities and putting his body on the line, getting those blocks off and rallying the troops and all that was all on display. And it's got better for United over the last couple of years in terms of showing his leadership on the pitch. But, he's not a true born leader like some of the other ones, I think. Anyway, maybe I'm wrong. I mean, Solskjaer obviously thinks he is. He's given him the armband. He showed faith in him. There was that whole Mykonos Greece incident. Solskjaer stood by and could have taken the captain's armband off of him then, but didn't. So I don't think that Ronaldo coming in is going to change that. No way. Kyron Carew says, Piggy, what's your prediction for the weekend? Well, I'll tell you what, I'm actually going to do a preview for the game tomorrow, a proper preview on the channel tomorrow night. So keep a lookout for that. I'll let you know mostly then. But just my score prediction right now, I'm going to say 3-0 drubbins of Newcastle. What's your thoughts, guys? What's your score prediction for the Newcastle game? I'm going 3-0 to Manchester United. I think we're going to destroy them. I think Ronaldo starts, he gets a couple of goals, and we just absolutely batter them. Hey there, the Liverpool addiction. He says, afternoon, Piggy, it's fucking hot. It is, mate. I'm sweating my munt off here, dude. Thank you, Kyron Carew. He says, hit the like and watch United win 6-1, or hit the subscribe and Ronaldo will score a hat-trick. Kyron, I like that one, dude. Subscribe for a Ronaldo hat-trick, guys. Yeah, I like it. Hey, how many likes we got on the video here then? So we've got nearly 150 likes, guys. Everybody smash the thumbs up if you haven't done so. Travis, getting those Phil Jones emojis in there. Please go away. Please go away, Phil Jones. I've had enough of Phil. 4-0 to United, says Big God Bob. Andrakos says 3-1. Mrs. P says 2-0. Berber says 4-0. I love it. Everybody's feeling positive, confident going in there. So we should be with the team that we've got. Maybe Harry is a leader in the dressing room and you can just rip the armband off of him, says Chaser Margus. Yeah, maybe. I mean, it'll be a bit demoralising for him. It'll be a bit of a kick in the bollocks for Maguire. He will kick off about it, even though you could probably justify it by saying, look, Ronnie's just come in and Ronnie's a great leader. I'm not even sure if I really think Ronnie should have it just yet. Let's maybe sometimes he should get the armband. Maybe, vice captaincy or something, or occasionally, but I'm not so sure if even he's just come in again. Like, we have just talked about that. I know he's been here before and he is Ronnie. But he's only just come in again. AR Dan says 7-0. Nick Hill CR7 says Portugal has 2 good CDMs, Neves and Palhinha, the man who exploited Kante and Pogba. Yeah, man, definitely. Yeah, definitely. We could do with getting one of those guys in. Yeah, we know we're going to score goals, Kyron. Lee Shan says, as a Brit in the US, I will be watching the game live on USA HD. Seems like the only channel that would be broadcast in the US. NBC Sports, the king of Premier League in the US, is not showing it. USA HD, you say? Thank you, Lee Shand. And Lee, is there like an on-demand service where you can sign up and watch that online? Like if you're in America. Simon Cowie and Ali Amir Khan need our prayers. Let's get some love hearts in there. What's going on, Simon Cowie, man? Picked up my comment wrong. I didn't say you were. I was saying fans should back the players and not be happy with a player. Oh, okay, Simon. No, Simon Cowie's a long-time legend. He gets his thoughts and opinions in, always. Well, what the hell? Ollie out, says Maxi, you're talking guff, lad. Piggy, fill that cup with some Budweiser during the watch-along, says Karen Kuru. That's right. So tonight we're going to be doing a watch-along, everybody, for the United game. So do tune in. Sorry, not the United game. For the England game. Get involved for the England game, guys. We'll be doing a watch-along for that tonight. Let me just double-check the time it's on. I think it's 7:45. But let me just have a quick check, just see when it's on. We're going to be getting going, 15, 20 minutes before the start of the game, I would imagine. Right then, so tonight, yes, we have Poland, of course, at 7:45. That's the time of the kickoff. So we'll probably start the stream about 7:30-ish, guys. So we will be back on tonight, 7:30. I wonder if Jesse Lingard's going to be doing bits tonight again or not. We shall see. Jadon Sancho's obviously out with a knock there. Could be interesting. I don't know what Manchester United players are going to be featuring. It'll probably be Luke Shaw and Slabby Maguire at the very least again, though, right? Poland are a good team, so I imagine we'll be playing these guys. We'll be playing Kane up top. We'll probably be playing, a strong team. We'll probably have Maguire and Luke Shaw anyway. So from United. Jonathan Gallagher, what's going on? He says Maxi Klopp out. Get in. Might be able to share my login with you. I mean, maybe, Nishan. I mean, I don't know if you've got social media. If you want to contact me on social media, that would be amazing. I'm on Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. But anyway, Lishan, or I'm quite happy if they've got an on-demand service. Like, you can if you have Xfinity as a provider. Oh, right, okay, fair enough. Well, yeah, I don't know. I need to look into like a way that I can just Yeah, maybe. Thank you very much. That'd be cool. Anyway, 164. But then you might not be able to watch the game, actually, boss. So yeah, maybe not a good idea. I think what I should do though is find an on-demand service and sign up for it before it's on. John Porter, hello. He says yes. Ollie can't choose Fred. Ollie gonna Solskjaer on the phone to Brazil to get the decision reversed. Solskjaer does seem to love Fred, doesn't he? I don't get it. Hey, look. Let's just hope that he doesn't miss him. I don't think he's going to miss him, to be fair. I think there'll be other players that can come in a la Donny van der Beek who will do just as good a job. Fred can't play in the game against Young Boys either because we've got that Tuesday fixture and there's a 5-day ban. So Fred cannot play for 2 games, which I think is good. I really like this. I'm so buzzed up about this news. No disrespect to Fred, but I'm really happy about it because Solskjaer is probably going to bloody play Fred on Saturday and now he can't. And it's awesome because it means he has to do something else and it gives an opportunity to somebody else. So whoever that person is, I prefer it to Fred at this moment in time based on form. And that's what I have to go on. I would rather Matic, but mostly I'd rather McTominay or Donny. I think Donny would be a great option. Fred in, Ollie out, Glazers out, says Hashim Hisham. Hey, good luck with that, says Big God Bob. Drink less regularly than LD Lady. I don't drink very often, my son. Anyway, I don't really know what you're referencing, but I've forgotten what I was talking about a minute ago already. Donny's a better option. I think you're right, Yuri. Yeah, Donny would be a great option because he's got a great passing range on him. He's got a great ability on the ball to pass it around. And with the great players we have in front of him, all he needs to do is give it to them and the rest is sorted. Whereas Fred couldn't even do that. He couldn't even win the ball back and get his head up and play a forward pass half the time. It's just giving it away. So, yeah, Donny can actually do that for us. I agree. Fred will still play from home, says Lou Manu. Oh my God, We Rock Hard says Ollie's fave. When he played was Fred the Red and he thinks Fred was inside the mascot. Oh, my goodness. I think Donny is the option, though, guys. Smash a 69 in there if you want to see Donny van de Beek starting on the weekend. Right then, lads and lasses. So yeah, I mean that's pretty much the latest news, guys. I don't want to stay on here and bore you all. I'll stick around for 5 minutes actually, just for a bit of Q&A action. So if anybody does want to get in with your thoughts and get your opinions in about anything we've discussed in the video, please do. The major headline today: just Ronaldo turns up for training. That is a headline these days because we want to know if he's playing for in the Newcastle game. He did go to training. He is training my son, so get in there. Also, so he is looking likely to start against Newcastle. Also, links with Declan Rice for next summer, apparently. MEN reporting that there's strong links there for Solskjaer having his #1 priority next summer to be Declan Rice. Also, Fred has been banned from playing this weekend by Brazil, as have a bunch of other players in the league. So that's pretty much the biggest United news for the daily roundup, the lunchtime roundup. And we will be back on tonight as well. For the England game, and I just realised that the England game might stop us doing the United news tonight. I don't know, we'll see. If there is breaking news or anything big, then I would jump on and talk about it, of course, but if there's not, then we might just get back at the United news tomorrow, I'm not too sure. So all the more reason to smash that thumbs up button if you're getting in here, guys. Show your support and subscribe if you're new. We'll be on here every single day giving you all the latest United goings on. So if you like it and you want it in a no bullshit way, then make sure you do get aboard the Bacon Express and hang on to your seats, baby, because it's going to be a screamer. Lee Shan, Live Sports Card Gentleman. Okay, mate, is that on Insta or something, is it? The Sports Card Gentleman. Okay, mate, thank you very much, lad. Appreciate it. I'll have a look. I'll just write that in there so I remember. Okay, great. Thank you, dude. Legend, get in, Lee. Maxi, who is Ronaldo? He's your daddy, Maxi. Ronaldo, he's your daddy. Does Ronaldo fancy fish and chips, as Regan Cadcar? I don't know, you know. I think occasionally he might like a cheeky little bit of fish and chips. But personally, I think he's not the kind of guy to put that greasy shit into his body. Yeah, I don't know. He doesn't drink Coca-Cola. He just drinks water. He's very health conscious. I don't think he's really shoveling down the old battered haddock and chips with a cheeky little mushy peas on the side very regularly. Maybe occasionally, but, you know, I don't know, man. I mean, those six-pack abs tell another story. Big Gob says, David Beckham said Martial's better than Rashford. Something just pop up saying Fred is banned. Good. Yeah, that's right, Big Gob. David Beckham said Martial's better than Rashford. What's that all about? I'm not so sure about that. Goodbye, Emmanuel. Thank you for watching the stream. Man and Drone, will Sir Alex Ferguson join Ronaldo on the pitch? It's possible. We don't know. I mean, if he's actually playing in the game, which we hope he starts, he might not even be presented before the game. You know, like Varane was. Varane was presented because he wasn't playing in that game. So he might be presented, but he might just come out with the team and everybody else. I don't know. Thank you, Mrs. P says, great stream, Barry. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You'll take Coke and greasy shit, says Berber. I know. I like all that stuff too, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Ronaldo's just super, super fit. Ronaldo and Greenwood and Rashford breaking the club record goals by any team in the EPL. I think you could be onto something there, Kyron, dude. Yeah, I mean, we've got some great attacking talents in the team. Get them the ball in the danger zones. They should get a lot of goals. Abanesh, shout out to you, Abanesh. Thank you very much for watching. Keith Christopher, what's the ban about, Fred? No big loss. Yeah, it's no big loss. All it is, you know how the Premier League were stopping players from going abroad to represent their countries on international duty if their countries were on the red list? Well, they weren't allowed to go for September. Because of that, some of the international bodies have basically, invoked a ruling, which means, or invoked a ban, which is from a FIFA ruling that says that if a player is denied international duty clearance by their club, or then they're allowed to invoke a 5-day ban to stop them from playing for their club whenever they want, or something along those lines. So what's happened is Brazil have got the hump that Fred and all these players, Fabinho and all the rest of them, were not released on international duty because of them being on the red list and the fact that the players would have to quarantine or isolate for 10 days when coming back into the country. So they didn't allow them to travel. And because they didn't allow them to travel, Brazil and a few other nations actually have got the hump and said that those players cannot play for their clubs now for 5 days. So we are without Fred for the game against Newcastle and the game against Young Boys of the Champions League on Tuesday. You're right, though. It's no big loss. Fred will only be missed by Ollie, says you, Lou Manu. It's no big loss, is it? No worries, Keith. Thank you, Indra, for subscribing to the channel. Nice one, Indra. Get in there. Welcome aboard the Bacon Express. If you're new, make sure you smash that subscribe button just like Indra and get involved. Jonathan Gallagher says, poor Fred. Hey, guess what, Jonathan? You're going to get your worst nightmare now, Johnny. You're going to get to see Donny van de Beek unleashed upon the team potentially for at least the next couple of games now, I think. Hisham says, 2021 Ballon d'Or, Messi or Jorginho? Dude, I don't know, really. I mean, I wouldn't say either of those twats. Anyway, okay, I'm going to wrap this video up now, guys, but thank you so much to everybody that's watched. Make sure you do leave a like before you go. Subscribe if you're new. Also, come back once it's finished. Get your thoughts and opinions in the not live comments afterwards. Let's keep the debate going with this awesome community. Have your say in the comment section. And also, we'll be back on tonight for the England game, so keep a little lookout for that. We'll get going about 15 minutes before the stream. Good night. Goodbye, Shamir Qureshi. Thank you, Travis. Says great stream, Josephine. Thank you very much. Jonathan, have a great day. Tycoon Entertainment as well. Emmanuel, Kyron, Mrs. P, Andrikos, Shamir Qureshi, and every one of you out there in the bacon community here, the Gammon Gang, the Hamada, the Sausage Soldiers, the Bacon Brigade. Much love to you guys. Piggy loves you. Thanks for tuning in. Come back, have your say once the video is finished. And if you're catching up on this later, remember to get involved in the comments also. You can follow us on social media at Flying Pig United on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. And also you can check out the website, unitedflyinghigh.com. unitedflyinghigh.com. Thank you, guys. Have a great day. Chuffed, Wiggy as well. Bryn Sheen, Mrs. P, United Tactical Talk, Kyron, Big God Bob, Fire Up, Keith Christopher, and all the rest of you. See you on the next one. I'll be back with the latest United news as and when it breaks and as and when it happens. And also, we'll see you for the watch along later where England are going to smash up Poland. Let's go. See you later on, guys. Have a great day. Enjoy the weather. It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day to be a Manchester United fan. Let's go. See you later, guys. And always remember, when the seagulls follows the trawler. This is because they think sardines will be thrown into the sea. I pressed the wrong thing. So